Hey everyone, it's the Wellness Doctor, Dr. Jeffrey Clark from Marketplace Chiropractic Wellness Center, coming to you live with my earbuds in. Just wanted to talk a little bit about cell phone radiation. Uh, Cell phones, they obviously have to receive a signal, transmit a signal, and that creates radiation. So we need to limit that, because is radiation good for your body or bad for your body? Is radiation good for your health or bad for your health? Well, it's not good. And the longer you're on a cell phone, the closer the cell phone is to your being, the more exposure you're going to have to radiation, especially if you're transmitting or receiving at that time, or if you have apps that are loading data or transmitting data. So we have something here that we use on our cell phones called R2L. It's radiation to light. So it reduces a significant amount of the radiation in your phone, converts it to light, which is harmless, and that dissipates some of the radiation. So if you don't have one of these, you should get one and put it on your phone. They're available at Marketplace Chiropractic Wellness Center. The other thing, you'll notice I don't have an Apple Watch or an Android watch. Would never put that on my body. I don't have a Bluetooth. I have patients that have Bluetooth in both ears. What's up with that? They go, I have two phones. So the best way to listen is either on speaker or with the old-fashioned wired earbuds. And that's what I'm using today. And that's the best way to listen to your phone and talk on your phone. Having the phone held up close to your ear, again, you're putting that radiation close to your brain. The second thing I want to talk about, and I'm no expert on this, but I think all of us need to become more experts, is on 5G. And the cell phone companies are going to sell you on 5G for faster downloads. You can watch your favorite series on Netflix from your phone, and it just downloads like that. How wonderful is that? Everybody should have one of those. But what they're not telling you is the dark side of 5G. Now, 5G wasn't invented for consumers. It was actually invented for governments, because you can compress so much data, and the speed of that data is so fast that the governments can use that to check on what their citizens are doing. And I know this sounds very Orwellian, but guess what? We're living in a very Orwellian time right now. One of the first test centers was in Wuhan, China. I don't make this stuff up. What else came from Wuhan, China? I can't think of anything important. But places, our own backyard, the most deaths in the state of Washington came in the Kirkland, Washington area, and Kirkland was one of the test centers for 5G. Now, there's a lot of conspiracies about that, so I'm not even going to, I'll let you do your own conclusions, own research there, because I don't know. I'm a scientist, and I don't know what that means. It's just coincidental. But we do know that Governor Inslee did sign a law saying that we can utilize the 5G technology for facial recognition to check for suspicious behavior in the state of Washington. He signed that March 31st of this year, so just a few weeks ago, and we're in the midst of this statewide crisis. So very curious about some of this 5G being used to keep an eye on us. And here's my face. It's been plastered over social media for years, plus my driver's license photos and everything else. So your face has been also. So the facial recognition is very real. And at some point, there's going to be 2 cameras to every 1 citizen in some districts already. They're going to increase that. So they'll be able to look at us and watch us, throughout our public domain. And of course, there's no telling what they're doing in our homes with smart TVs, smartphones, Alexa, things like that. So some of the things people can do at home: unplug your Wi-Fi when you're not using it. I have one friend, he keeps electricity on, one circuit breaker for his refrigerator, shuts off all the other circuit breakers at night or when he's not there. So it saves on the power bill, but no, it keeps that electrical intrusion out. With regard to electromagnetic forces that are affecting our bodies, you can buy EMF filters for the house, whole house filters, and they're not cheap, but they might be impactful. A lot of my wellness gurus that I follow are doing things like that. Now, the other thing that's troubling with 5G is the health risks, and there's hundreds of peer-reviewed articles that are already showing health risks. So we have increased cancer. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing we need to worry about. DNA damage, which can lead to shortened life expectancy and cancer and other problems. Neurological damage. So as a chiropractor focusing on the nervous system, we see things like that. Headaches, very common, insomnia, impaired memory, learning disabilities, increasing infertility. We see that on the rise anyway, and this is all going to compound that. So it's a health risk. And our environment. Bees, if you follow the whole eco-cycle of the earth, bees are very important. And bees use this little radar type thing to go out, get their pollen from the flower, the nectar, bring it back to the hive. Well, they can't find the hive because their GPS system is all whacked out because of the 5G. Migrating birds are being affected because they don't know, are they flying north, are they flying south, where's my flock? So we're going to see devastating changes. Now, with all the schools being closed, it's interesting that many schools have white vans adding 5G towers into and 5G into the classrooms to make it better for teachers to teach, because now we can download things from the internet. But are they also watching what's going on in the classrooms? Again, that's a conspiracy thing. I don't know. It's just curious that so many schools are shut down and so many schools are adding 5G. And we see some of these towers going up, and there's going to be more of them. 800,000 are being built right now because the 5G signal is not as strong as some of the 4G, 3G, 2G signals. So they need more towers closer together, which means more radiation in compacted areas. So that's of a concern as well. And some of them are going to look like plants and trees and cactus, and some of them they're just retrofitting street lights. So that street light that you think, oh, they put up a new street light. Well, it's probably a 5G tower that also has a street light in it. So just be careful. Do your own research. Don't expose yourself to any unnecessary radiation. Use your headset gizmo that came with your phone that people don't even use most of the time. This is very important to use, and protect yourself from radiation. Get one of these devices, an R2L, to save yourself, save your family. They're quite affordable. So that's my little rant on cell phone radiation. Have a great day. Stay healthy. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye, guys.